Hi friends, hi YouTube. If you're new here, hi, my name is Nikki. I love fun, bright, colorful makeup. I love indie makeup, and I love color stories that don't necessarily go together. And I would love to have you subscribe if you haven't already. But if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. I enjoy it. Our small bit of time together. Whatever that may have been, I wish you would stay. But you know, pickers can't be choosers. It is what it is. It sucks. But anyways, we are going to be talking about all of my palettes that I think, emphasis on what I think is a like Christmassy, wintry-esque type palette. Most of these are more leaning wintry, in that sense, but really we can wear whatever the hell we want, anytime we want, for any holiday. Okay, it is what it is. But if you want to see how many, I have a bajillion palettes on my table right now, so if you want to like see what I ended up choosing, what I think would be really good and like kind of has like a wintry whatever theme, then let's get into it. So like I said, I have like a shit ton of palettes here, so we're just gonna kind of like run through everything, talk a little bit about it. This is probably gonna be a long one, we'll see, but it is what it is. Let's grab a drink. Let's grab a drink, okay? We're just gonna grab a drink for now. I have this Olipop strawberry vanilla. I've been having stomach trouble, so I thought maybe one of these would be the way to go. So we're gonna start with the Play It Jewel palette from ColourPop. I don't know, I felt like this was just kind of like a good Christmassy type vibe one. Not that these are Christmas tones, but that these, you know, I feel like a lot of the times around Christmas, the old school Christmas lights on the tree, we have those. This gives me that vibe. These colors give me that vibe, and that's why I thought this one would be like a Christmassy palette. In essence, I really enjoy these colors. This is such a like a super pretty shade, and I'm gonna have to pull this one out. I think I've only played with this like once or twice, and so I need to pull this one out again this coming month. So I think this is like, yeah, I really do enjoy this one. I feel like this one kind of just, it gives Christmas to me. And if you're like a neutral person, there's some neutrals here, and I know that a lot of people do more neutral-ish looks, so there is that. I also chose the Unearthly Don't Be Jelly. I will show you why. I don't know. It was these shades right here. These were giving me Christmassy. It gives me like winter. You know, you can, a lot of these shimmers in this one remind me of like just like Christmas lights when you're blind as a bat and then you're going like this and it's like just blurry. If you're like not good sighted like I am, you know what I mean. And it kind of gives that vibe. There's some really good greens in here that I feel like are just nice and subtle. I don't know, this one kind of just gives me a little bit of wintry vibes, and I like it. I feel like it fits the vibe I was going for. I do kind of have, I pull this one out like all the time. I use this one for like my fall one, but I feel like this would fit now. This is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. It's for those like neutral people, for whatever like, you know, vibe you're fitting in. If you're trying to not wear bright, fun, eccentric eyeshadow to the family event, which I do, because you know what, screw it, well, why not? But I feel like this would be a good pick. These are just like, you know, we have some good neutral tones, we have some good vibes in here. I feel like, you know, this would really fit that. It's super pretty, you know, you got some options in here, and if you want to go like a little bit more vampy, you can. I feel like you could go vampy for Christmas, because why not? These ones are going to be like an obvious when it comes to like the winter vibes. These are all from Cosmic Beauty, Cosmic Brushes. This is Cool Shows. I have not played with this bad boy yet. I want to, I'm going to, don't worry, it's in the schedule. But this is the color story for this one. This one is just winter personified, okay? This is just it. It has the cools. It has all the tones, hence the name. But I feel like this would be a really good winter palette. Again, we got some good tones in here. I'm really excited to use that shade right there. You know, we just got some good, and then there's like some neutrals up here too. You know, you've got good options in this one for just like a look. Moving on, I grabbed the Delicious Delights one. Again, this is from Cosmic Beauty, and again, I still haven't played with it, but I feel like this bottom row is just, it feels wintry. It gives the vibes. It's all the blues, you know. Whenever you think of winter, you think of the blues and the whites. So I feel like that's there. And we do have some of these greens right here. I think would be really fun. Maybe doing like that and like that shade right there called Sprinkles. It's a little bit of a duochrome. I feel like that would be a fun, colorful look for, you know, like the winter time, the Christmassy time. I don't know. Again, you can always make whatever palette work for whatever season, because just because there are not necessarily set colors for things doesn't mean that you have to, you know. We're seeing all kinds of different fun colored ornaments coming out. Like, any color is freaking Christmassy now. Next, I chose the Winter Wonderland palette from Cosmic Beauty. Obviously, it's Winter Wonderland. It looks like this. Again, this is one I have not played with. I'm gonna play with these this month, I promise. But this is what it looks like. This, like I said with the cool shells, is just winter personified. This is just, I feel like, the perfect, if you're looking for like those, like the blue tones, the purple tones of what we think of when we come with winter for like makeup wise, this is that one. This is just, it's so perfect. It's so pretty. I'm excited to play with this one. It's super gorgeous. Okay, moving on, I grabbed this Belle Beauté bar one. This is one I also haven't played with. I don't know, I've been like really in like my more grungy era, hence why I haven't played with a lot of these, because they are more bright. And, you know, this one's a very pastel, but this is the Belle Beauté bar Pastel Gardens palette. It looks like this. This is just super gorgeous. Very, very gorgeous tones. I feel like this whole section, like right here, would just be perfect. Even the top row, like this whole thing, I feel like this whole thing would be perfect for the holiday season, for winter. It's got the light little dainty vibes that I think are going around on TikTok right now with that icy look. I feel like that would really fit that. This one is a tad bit more neutral leaning, and that is the Ghost Town palette from Nomad. I feel like this one has some good, like more grungy, but also neutralish tones that could work really well for the holidays if you're wanting to go in this direction. We've got some blues, we got some neutrals and whatnot. We got some greens. We got a bunch of just options in here that I feel like this kind of fits Christmas. It kind of fits, you know, the gloomy, depressing days that are winter. So I feel like this would be a good option too. I did just play with this one. This is the New Zealand Stargazing palette from Nomad. I don't know. To me, this kind of just, the blues in here and like this, it gives like winter to me. Because at least where I am in Minnesota, like we do get a lot of pretty sunsets. And so like these colors pop up in the sky all the time. So I don't know. This one gives me wintry vibes in a sense. So there's that. This is the Secret Garden palette from Belle Beauté bar. I know when I open it, you're gonna be like, those are pinks and greens. But we have that neutral row if you would really want something more neutral. We do have these gorgeous greens and right in here that I feel like would really work for something that you're, you know, if you're wanting to go in a green direction for Christmas and whatnot. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I want to play with this palette and I want to just show it off all the time because she's absolutely gorgeous and one of my favorites in my collection. But I don't know, I feel like there's some gorgeous options in here that you could really create something really gorgeous for Christmas in here. Moving on, we have a whole bunch, well, not a whole bunch, we got 4 palettes from Beauty Bay that I want to show you. So this is the Age of Opulence palette. This is a really oldie. This is probably one that like it's more of a relic than it is relevant. But it looks like this. She's absolutely gorgeous. We've got like the good dark purples and burgundies and blues and just golds that I feel are very much associated. I think this is more of like a New Year's Eve palette, but I feel like these could really work for winter and the Christmas season. You see a lot of these colors around now, especially like these like blues right here. Those blue lights are really becoming a thing, so I feel like this could really work. Moving on, I grabbed the Wilderness palette. To me, this is the optimum of what a Christmas palette could be because we've got all the options. Like this is that palette. I talk about it all the time. This is one of my top favorites in my collection. I love it and adore it. We have like the good wintry tones up here. We've got the Christmas colors. We got everything that could be just covered in the color story and scheme of Christmas, winter, all that stuff. We got it all in here. This could be like a Thanksgiving. We could do Christmas. There's just so many options in this one and I really do enjoy it. I wish they would bring this one back because this is like their top palette for me. Moving on, I also grabbed the new release from them. This is the Celestial Charms palette from Beauty Bay. Again, this feels like the Age of Opulence one, where it could be a like New Year's Eve type one, but it also is giving like more grungier tones of a Christmas, like wintry holiday-esque type of vibe. I really do enjoy this color story. This is one I'm going to take out again sometime soon. I really do enjoy the vibe and the colors in this one. It is so pretty. I think this one is like perfect for Christmas, perfect for winter. I think it, yeah. Next, I grabbed the Midnight 42 pan palette because this is just all purples. Lordy. This is all just purples and blues, and like that's just what this is like. What you think of like when you think of like winter, you think of all the blues and the purples. Again, this is one I need to take out again, but there's just so many gorgeous colors in here, so many options, so many fun things to play with, that I feel like this is just a perfect palette for this time of year. Moving on, like I said, this is gonna be a long one. We still got like a pile and a half to go. I picked out the Lore palette from Bun Bunny. I thought, you know, we've got the greens and the blues. We've got some good tones in here, some neutrals too. I don't know. I felt like this would be a good option. You know, it reminds me of Christmas lights. I don't know. It gave Christmassy vibes to me for whatever reason. So there is that. Moving on, I grabbed the Dap Cosmetics Element 115 palette. I want to use this one more, but there's only 5 mattes and a bunch of shimmers, and I don't know what to, I get very about it when I pull it out, but I don't know. This kind of gives me wintry vibes. It has the purples, it has the blues, it has some greens. You know, it's got the tones that I feel like kind of fit the wintry season, you know. Again, I need to take this one out. Maybe I'll leave it out. Make myself use it. Next, I grabbed the Pat McGrath Celestial Nirvana palette. It looks like this. I think these shades are super pretty. I saw Jan Van pull this one out, and I was like, yeah, that's Christmassy. It gives Christmassy vibes. We have some reds, some greens, some neutrals. We've got some good tones in here that I think would really work for this time of year, especially for Christmas. I also grabbed this ABH Nirvana Collection Pro Pigment Palette Volume 2. To me, this one, if I can get it open, has just like a bunch of blues. We've got some nice little shimmers like right here, some greens and some neutrals down there. I don't know, to me, I felt like some of the shades, not this whole palette, but some of the shades in this palette just scream winter. Like these bright blues right here are just really screaming to me about, you know, this time of year. So that is why I pulled this one out. I feel like you could do like something more grungier, maybe add that in there with that. I don't know. I feel like there's just a little bit of something that you could see, that I see in this for this time of year. Moving on, I have one more stack left, you guys. I'm almost done, I promise. Okay, I'm almost there. We're gonna go in with the Aurora Strip palette from ColourPop. I feel like this is like the perfect color story for this time of year. We've got the wintry tones. I don't know. I just really like this one. I got influenced to get this one from Erica Conger here on YouTube. I will have her link down below. I'll have Jan link down below too. I really do enjoy this color story, and I feel like this one is perfect for this time of year. I grabbed the Strange and Unusual palette from Bella Beauty Bar. I know what you're thinking when you see it. You're like, why? Why? But here's the thing. There's some good Christmassy looks I can see in here, and I'm going to play with that. I promise I'm going to show you the vision that I see with this palette. And then there's these whites, and I feel like that would be gorgeous. A lot of these tones, yeah, the Halloween palette, but I feel like this would work really, really well for the Christmas time too. Next is an obvious, is the ColourPop Frosty the Snowman palette. I almost said collection. I have the collection. I have that video link down below too. But this is the color story for this palette. I think it is just absolutely gorgeous. We've got all the wintry gorgeous tones. We have just, you know, Frosty the Snowman. It's just perfect for this time of year. I think ColourPop did a really good job on this palette, by the way. I said that in my review of this in a couple looks videos that I did on this, but I I really did enjoy this one from them. Next, I grabbed the Mint to Be from ColourPop. This is just, you know, like a little subtle moment of some greens, some light greens, if this would be something that you want to go in that direction of. I think it is just gorgeous. I need to play with it more, but we've got some good green tones in here. If you wanted to go with a little pastel vibe, I think this is the one for you. Next, I grabbed 3 palettes from BH Cosmetic. I have almost all the palettes from their Sweet Shot collection. I grabbed the blue, like I grabbed all these, so let me show you. I grabbed the pistachio one, which is just all greens. I feel like you could do something, this, you know, it kind of gives me the vibe of this one, but I feel like, you know, you could do something with that, or you could pair this one with this one, which is the cherry on top one. I feel like you could pair these two together and make a really pretty Christmas look in here. So yeah, that's why I grabbed those. I also grabbed the bubblegum palette, which is the blue one, just because, I don't know, there's some good winter tones in here. These ones are just really pretty, really pretty. I feel like you can add these ones with some other palettes or whatever. I'm just trying to give you guys like a little bit of vibe of what you could use in your collection. If you see something in here that kind of reminds you of something, yeah, even yours. But yeah, I feel like these could really work for winter. This one is a rainbow palette. Okay, yeah, but I thought you could, there's tones in this one that you could use, and this is the Get Groovy from Unearthly. This is from their large mystery box from last year, I'm pretty sure. But I saw like this, like you could make something like over here, use like this, and there's some blues over here, some greens. I don't know, I feel like you could, there's some things that I see in this one that I think you could make a really pretty Christmassy type look in here. And you know what, hell, I might even take this one out for Christmas this year, and I will show you what I ended up doing. But yeah, I think this is just really pretty. I think this would be a good option. Next, I grabbed the Cherry Coca-Cola palette from Glamour. I have not played with this. I'm pretty sure I will have this collection out before I put this video up, so I will link this below. Yeah, I probably won't link any of these palettes, but I have some, if I have some videos on some of these that I'm like, you guys need to see this, I will link them down below. But yeah, I was thinking this palette would be perfect. We've got some like berry tones. Got some good vibes in here. I don't know, I feel like this could be a really good wintry palette if you're more into these type of tones, into kind of like what I have going on now. I feel like this would be like a really good little palette that you could use for that. Next, I grabbed the Gargoyle palette from Unearthly Cosmetics. It's this one. I love this one. I love this whole collection, but I felt like we have some good, more grungier, earthier tones, like with that Ghost Town palette. I felt like this would be a really good one to go in at that vibe if you're feeling it. I try to cover all bases of like pastels, weird different shades, neutrals, more Christmassy ones, more wintry ones. I try to cover all my bases with what the palettes that I was going to show you from my collection. But I don't know, I feel like this would be a really good Christmassy grungier palette. Again, this is one that I need to take out. I absolutely love this one so freaking much. It has my heart. I really do like it. So yeah, I feel like this would be a really good option. This one is the Sinful Echoes Sinister Spellbook. They just put these up. I don't know if they will have these up. They might. By the time that this video goes up, I think they might be having these up for Black Friday. So if I will have their Etsy shop link down below, but this is this color story. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like it fits winter so well. It is so gorgeous. We got like, we just got a bunch of gorgeous things in here, and I really do enjoy these. There's 2 other ones of these, and I really did enjoy them, and yeah, you guys need to check those out. And last but not least, I grabbed the Beauty Bay 9 Pan Mini Charms palette, which looks like this. I feel like if you're one of those people that just like a little subtle something, just a little dip and swish, this would be the perfect palette for you. If you have that, if you're kind of in a rush, if you just don't want to put on a lot, I feel like this would be the one for you. There's so many gorgeous shades in here, just a little bit of shimmers. This one would be perfect for that. I know that this was rushed, and I'm sorry, but it is what it is. That's what my talking videos are always like. But if you made it to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate having you guys here, I appreciate having you guys watching my videos and comment and enjoy them. It means a lot to me to have you guys here, so thank you guys so freaking much. A couple things before you go. Remember to not be a piece of shit, don't be homophobic, don't be transphobic, don't be racist. It's 2024, it's almost 2025. Pull your heart out of your ass and do better. Okay, remember to be taking enough food, enough water, enough nutrients. We're getting to that point of the year, you know, we're talking about winter. Winter sucks. Winter comes with like depression, and it comes with sicknesses. So just be making sure that you're taking care of yourself and doing things for you. Again, if you made it to this point of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, remember to do good, be good, and I can't wait to see your cute face next time.